Once again, you're welcome to Green Road TV YouTube channel, where we upload exciting media content like movie trailers, movie recaps, and short productions. Today, we'll be bringing you the recap of episode 1 of a series that's taken the nation by storm. And it is the number 1 of the top TV series in Nigeria today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy our recap. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you at the end. At night, somewhere in Lagos, 2 sisters dig a hole. A body, drenched in blood-soaked sheets, is rolled into the grave. In another scene, a busy market street, a Range Rover pulls up. A man walks towards the car and with a key, unlocks the car and gets in. The occupant, Femi Ademola, is shocked that someone could open his car. Apparently, both parties know each other. Femi gives the stranger money in an envelope and tells him he'll get the same amount when he gets the job done. The stranger asks in pidgin if the occupant still wants him to do the job at the wedding. Femi replies yes. In Lagos Metropolis, a pharmaceutical company CEO lauds to a board his company's ability to carry through an undertaking while drawing a picture of a woman. He leaves them soon afterwards to head to his engagement for his upcoming wedding on the same day. From his car, the man gets into the helicopter. Apparently, he's very rich and influential. At an event, 2 girls, Kemi and Sarah, talk about Sarah's upcoming wedding. Kemi gives Sarah a jewelry set, same one she has, and she tells her not to abandon her even as she gets married. Sarah promises to stand by her. In another scene, Femi is having a moment with his wife. The wife asks him if it's done. He says yes. She tells him that soon he will be king and she will be his queen. At the reception, Sarah gets an urgent call from Kenny, her ex. Kemi tells her to block him, and Sarah says he keeps using different numbers. Kola, the groom, approaches them. It is now obvious that the wedding is for Kola and Sarah. He tells Sarah in no uncertain words that her dress doesn't look good on her. Sarah disagrees. Just then, the best man, Akin, comes over and whisks Kemi away. Kola now tells Sarah in no clear words to change her dress. The man from the previous night, an assassin, arrives at the hotel and checks in at the desk. When the reception asks him if he's there for the wedding, he says no, it's a business trip. Meanwhile, inside, a despondent-looking Sarah drops her wedding ring on a dresser. The parents of the bride arrive, with the father looking unhappy. As they check in, he complains to his wife that the engagement should have happened in the village. His wife disagrees. She is evidently taken by the entire place. The matriarch of the Ademola family, Uduak, disapproves of her grandson's dress. The father, Femi, is not pleased. She gushes at her other son, Kola, when he arrives and presents her with information about the success of the business proposal. In his room, the assassin prepares his arsenal. At the reception, Sarah meets up with Kemi, who asks her why she changed her dress. Just then, a man tries to get through security, claiming to know Sarah. She goes to him. He earnestly tells her that she's marrying Kola for the wrong reasons. Kola notices the commotion and Aki steps in on his behalf and sends the intruder away. As Sarah leaves, she is met by Uduak, who warns her not to embarrass her. Kola is alone with Sarah. He wants to know if Kenny has been calling her. A fearful Sarah says yes, and just then, Kola punches Sarah in the stomach. She drops to the ground, clutching her midsection and breathing in agony. At the dinner, the father of the bride gets up and makes a lengthy toast to his in-laws, the Ademola family, much to the discomfort of Udua, obviously. Kemi quietly asks a forlorn-looking Sarah if she's okay, as her father rattles him. His wife discreetly tells him to sit down. Kola gets up and makes his announcement. He thanks the bride's parents, Mommy and Daddy Duru, for parenting Sarah and for allowing him to marry her. He then speaks about Sarah's beauty and presents a hand-drawn portrait of her, which he says he drew in honor of her beauty. Sarah doesn't look too pleased. Kemi notices. Timei, Kola's sister, enters the gathering. Uduak announces her as the daughter who is studying abroad. Timei counters by telling everyone that she's in rehab. The atmosphere is tense, even as she jokes about fucking someone to get a drink. But she takes back the joke and asks everyone to relax. but everyone is obviously embarrassed. As the assassin surveys the event venue, Uduak tells Kola that Abasiama, an old flame, still wants him back and that it's not too late to turn back, but Kola is adamant. Kemi confronts Sarah about her attitude. Sarah opens up to her about Kola's violence. An angry Kemi tells Sarah that they must call off the wedding. Sarah is reluctant. Uduak tells her guard, Uncle B, to keep an eye on Timeye. At the bar, Timeye herself is busy ogling the barman. She notices Uncle B standing there and asks him if he's been sent to watch over her. She sassily tells him that she's not going to drink or take drugs or have sex with the barman. Inside, Sarah's mother is shocked as Sarah delivers the news that she wants out of the wedding. She tells her mother that Kola hits her, but the mother defends his action by saying that it must have been provoked by the presence of Kenny, her ex. She admonishes her daughter and tells her not to think about herself only, that their family's survival and revival was due to the influence of the Ademola family. She tells Sarah to lighten up and move on with the wedding. Inside, as guests begin to arrive, another of Kola's ex, Abby, walks up to him and asks to kiss him one more time as a single man. She pleads with him for one more chance together. As the exchange happens, Kola notices the attention from an assassin who follows Kola out through the kitchen and upstairs. The assassin tails Kola until they meet and a fight ensues. Kola manages to overcome the assassin. As he lies on the ground, he asks him if it was his brother that sent him. Femi looks surprised as Kola comes up behind him and asks him if he knows the man. Femi says no. Then Kola asks him if he set the man to kill him. He then tells Femi that after the wedding is done, he was coming for him. Timeye notices the exchange as Kola tells her that should anything happen to him, she should look to Femi. Femi joins his wife. He tells her that Kola knows. Meanwhile, Kemi tells Kola that Sarah wants to speak to him, that the engagement won't proceed until she does. Inside the room, a sad-looking Sarah tells Kola that she cannot marry him because he broke his promise to never lay a hand on her again. Kola, shocked, begs her not to call off the wedding, but Sarah is adamant. Kola becomes incensed and eats her, but she still insists. He then begins to strangle her. As he does, Kemi comes into the room and eats Kola with a statue. He knocks Kemi over and turns to Sarah, screaming he would kill them both. The assassin's gun drops from him, and as he makes to attack Sarah, Kemi shoots him with the gun. Kemi examines him, no pulse, no heartbeat. There's a sudden knock on the door. They quickly cover him up. Kemi answers and it's Akin, asking if everything is alright and if they've seen Kola. It tells a flustered-looking Kemi that everyone is waiting for the engagement to begin. She tells him that Kola left a while ago. Back inside, Kemi tells Sarah that they need to move Kola to the bathroom and join the others since no one knows where he is. As the ladies rush to arrange the place, Sarah's mother knocks on the door. She tells them everyone is waiting. Sarah approaches and the happy mother gladly takes her daughter's hand and leads her to the waiting people as Kemi looks on. The ceremony proper begins. Sarah dances to her father, who gives her the traditional drink to go look for the husband she wants to marry and bring him. A fearful-looking Sarah searches, but of course, she cannot find Kola. She returns to her shocked parents, empty-handed. Everyone is shocked. There is no Kola. Uduak questions Akin, who tells her that he can't find Kola anywhere. He is then forced to say something to the guests. Aki apologizes to the guests for the disruption and asks them to continue with the food and drinks while they sort out the unexpected issues. The guests are understandably unhappy. Inside, Uduak, Timeye and Aki deliberate on what's happening. Uduak tells them she believes that Kola finally came to his senses and decided not to marry into Sarah's family, whom she called local family from the village. The others are not so sure, but Uduak says that even though the fiasco will cost her a lot, she'd rather take the hit now than be saddled with, according to her, those peasants for the rest of her life. The Duru family is also desperate. Everyone is asking Sarah where Kola is, but she insists she doesn't know. Her father tells her that the family needs the marriage to happen so that they can get a crucial loan. The mother tells her to give her a moment alone with Sarah. She asks Sarah if what's happening has anything to do with what she told her about leaving the marriage. Sarah says no. The mother then wonders if Kola has indeed run away. As Uduak tells everyone to leave, inside the room, Kemi and Sarah are seriously afraid. They gather materials in readiness for dismembering Kola's body. Aki calls Kola's phone. It rings and the girls cut the call. Then they begin dismembering Kola's body amidst splatters of blood as Sarah throws up. Kemi is overwhelmed after a few strokes. She says they need another plan, seeing as there is no way they can go through the process of cutting up the body. They dress as cleaners, use the laundry cart and drop Kola's body into it, together with all the blood-soaked clothes and even with the gun. They wheel the car to the underground parking garage, where they have a narrow shave with a night security man. Unknown to the girls, as they carry the contents of the cart into their car, including hoes, shovels and diggers, a photographer who was asleep in a car wakes up and takes pictures of the girls as they unload their luggage. The photographer tries to follow them, but his car doesn't start. The girls drive and arrive at a deserted construction ground. Together, they dig a shallow grave and afterwards drop Kola's body inside, along with his chopped off head, all wrapped in a bloody blanket and sheets. But will they get away with their plan? Will Uduak, the powerful, unforgiving matriarch of the Ademola family, get wind of their deeds and destroy them? Or will they be able to live with the memory of what they've done? What about Sarah's family and the loan her father so desperately needs? Find out all about these and more as we reveal next episode the details, issues and consequences of an act carried out in self-defense. And that's it for today's recap. As we said earlier in our first show, we'll be bringing you more unique content as we take a look at more recaps of some of the most popular movies making waves in and outside of the country with Green Road TV Productions. We invite you to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more juicy content. Just click on the icon above. It's really easy. See you next time.